Blah. Y'all already know what it is. Your boy Yaakov, what it do? The outlet to reality, the holdest podcast in Vegas and Chicago. What up? This is the place where you want to hide from your drama or maybe hide from your baby mama. Just kidding. But anyways, fam, thank you for listening, staying tuned. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Cha-ching! And today we have a very special guest. This guy and I, we go way back, like back to grammar school. He is one of the founders and like one of the people that run the beer pong in Chicago. Y'all not gonna believe this. Give it up for Dane Innis. What's up, brother?
Thank you. I appreciate you having me, man. This is a great opportunity.
Of course, of course. So real quick, I want to share a little quick story about me. So pretty much, before I moved to Vegas, right? Well, I moved to Vegas, but this happened a couple months ago. I actually did some services. So I used to pick up people, without paying.
Limousine.
Yeah, limousine. I was looking fresh with a suit and tie,
Limousine.
you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so they sent me on the run. They're like, hey, go pick up these people at Caesar Palace, right? At the strip. So I'm like, yeah, I make that U-turn. And then I pick them up, you know what I'm saying? I pick them up and I see like two older gentlemen. They look like in the mid-60s and these two bad, beautiful women. And they look like they're in their 20s. So they come in the car, right? And I'm thinking at this point, I'm like, how did those girls end up with these two random dudes that don't even look fresh? But I know they probably got money, but we'll
Right.
continue.
Right.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So they get in the car, right? First thing first, the man in the back says, hey, I'm just going to let you know it's going to get wet in here. That's what he said. So I'm like, oh, snap. It's about to,
What?
yeah,
What?
wet. Yeah, he said it's going to be wet. So I told him, so for those who don't know, we have this thing behind me, which is called partitions, which means blinders for limousine like terms. So
Mhm.
they actually have the power behind me to actually control it, to put it up so I don't have to see. So I told them just put it up. And they're like, all right, cool. So they put it up. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't get to see none of this, but I kind of wanted to peek, but I couldn't. So I'm driving right, and all I hear was I'm like, man, what's going
Right.
on? And then it got louder. And I thought my tire probably popped because it went poop, poop, pop, poop, 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 pop, poop, poop, pop, pop, pop. And so I'm like, yo, something going on. And I thought I was checking the light, everything good. And I'm like, all right, it's going okay.
Right. Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I keep driving, right? And I feel like kind of like I got some hydraulics because my car keep moving, yeah. So we finally make it to the destination. Actually, almost. He actually put the blinders down. He goes, hey, man, just keep driving. I'll let you know when to stop. I'm like, okay, cool. So, I'll put it back up. So I keep driving, you know what I'm saying? I'm like talking to a girl on the phone. Hey, what's up, girl? Yeah, okay, yeah. And so we finally make it to the destination. Check this out. The two girls, we had a concierge, whatever, the people that work at the hotel. They opened the door, right, in the limousine. And tell me why the two girls ended up having no t-shirt on. Like the
Damn.
boobs are out. And I'm like, yo, these girls crazy. I'm like, what? And the security guard, whatever, he was like, are you guys gonna wear some shirts on? Because I can't let you in like that. And they're like, oh, we're fine. And he goes, look, I understand you fine, but you gotta put some shirt. No, I don't have to. And so it's just so funny. But I was like, yo, y'all girls crazy. But it was a crazy experience, man. One of the things I could say, man, Vegas, we got some crazy people out there, but you know what? That's part of life. But anyways, back to the main topic of today. My boy Dane Innis, brother. Thank you again for coming. Real quick, so my fans can get to know you a little bit. Tell us about, where you grew up in, what neighborhood, where you from, your
Yeah.
family, and stuff like that, and your hobbies.
Yeah. So once again, thank you for having me on Outlet to Reality. I love that name. I think that name is very common to what's going on in this world because a lot of things is not reality. So everyone's trying to get back to the norm. And once again, From Chicago, born and raised, lived in Wicker Park basically my whole life. My mom, my dad is African American like me, light skinned like me, and then my mom, she's from Belize. Moved over here when she was 10 years old. Grew up on the south side of Chicago, and then once she started having kids, she moved north, and then grew up right, kind of in the heart of the city. So yeah, just happy to be here and happy to be with someone that's originally from Chicago. Well, not originally, but you know what I mean.
Right.
Yeah, man, it's all been a whirlwind. It's been a whirlwind.
That's awesome, man. And real quick, man, do you have any stories you can remember of us like growing up?
Well, what he probably didn't mention was, me and David, we go back. I mean, what's EST, what, like 98,
Right.
97, like, I mean, play dates. We used to have play dates with this lady named Annie Cox and Mr. Tom Cox. They had two kids named Tommy and Charlie, who we grew up with. We used to, every certain days of the week, we'd go over to their house in Lincoln Park, big old 4-4 home. We just partied up, man. Just have a good time, be kids, do what kids do, whether that's sports, video games, fight.
Right.
It was just every movies, everything. It was great. And there's so many stories, David. I mean, you know what it is. Like this is why I'm here, is to talk to you, kind of catch up. Grew up in the same area. One of the stories me and David go back to was apparently, I guess, we went to the movies one day, and the Harry Potter was just dropping. When the movie saga was hot, and what, do you know the movie? Do you remember the movie we were watching? Was it Goblet of Fire
Yeah, I think
or
it was. I think it was
there was,
Gobbler. Yeah.
okay, I think it was Goblet, I think that's probably my favorite one. That was when he was like, doing the Quidditch with the stick. He was, up there doing his thing.
Right.
That was hot. That movie was hot. But yeah, we went out there, and man, we called you up. I haven't talked to you in a few years. We went down to the theater, and I was tight, man. Like I was like, dude, like this. We got this big old dude in front of us that just was loud, obnoxious, just ruining the movie. So I was telling you, like, man, because you were studying karate at the time, or was it jujitsu or
Taekwondo. Taekwondo.
taekwondo?
Close. You were close. You were
I
close.
was like, yo, man, we might have to pull out that black belt soon. You know what I mean? I have to get a fix of somebody. But I mean, it goes way back, man. I mean, to sports. I mean, what was the with A&E? We used to, have fun at LP all the time. And there was this one time we were playing hoops. She had a basketball court that was built on top of the garage with a rim.
Right.
The thing was the fence only went, 8 feet, 9 feet, so if you chuck it too hard, it was a wrap. That thing's going into the neighbors or going into the alley.
Right.
So, what we used to do is we'd have to have the youngest one, Charlie, he'd stay outside. David, you weren't the biggest athlete, around, and you just chucking that sucker 2-3 yards down. Just little things like that, man, that used to take us back, dude. Like we had a good childhood.
Right, that's true. Well, real quick, I want to share going back to that story in the movie theater. So let me tell you my perspective. So when we got there, right, we looking fresh. We got nachos, Slurpees, you know what I'm saying? And it was me, Dane, and Alex, one of our good friends, right? We're chilling, looking
Alex,
fresh. Yeah.
boo, boo.
And we're right there, ready to see the movie. Now, this dude in the front of us kept talking so much, and Dane was like, "Shut up!" And he's like, Dane is looking at me. He's like, "Bro, if this guy don't shut up one more time, I'm gonna have to beat his ass." And then he looks at me, David, you did that Taekwondo, right? And I'm like, "Yeah, you better. You got that black belt too, right? You might have to use it tonight." I'm like, "Oh, snap!" And
Yeah,
so,
you were like 17, 18.
yeah, dude. I was like, man, I'm about to go to jail tonight for my best friend. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So luckily the guy stopped. He stopped because I think he heard us a little bit because we actually kicked his chair. I don't know if you remember that. One of us kicked his chair too.
Dude, he was getting crazy. And at the time, Harry Potter was like the thing to see.
Oh yeah.
So like you knew like if I don't catch everything, I'm not this. We weren't getting highlights on YouTube and
Right.
all that. So like if I missed something in the movie, I gotta wait till the DVD come out to recap on everything I've seen.
Right. Right. No, it's true. It's true, bro.
This
Oh,
what movies mattered, man. This was what
right.
mattered,
Right.
dude.
And you know how I know you my best friend? I ain't gonna lie. Here's the crazy part. So we grew up in grammar school. Our birthday's on August.
Yeah, same birth, 2 days apart. You're the
Yeah.
10th, I'm the 12th of August.
Right. That's why I
Yeah,
never forget.
Leo, baby.
Yeah, that's it, man. King of the world. That's what I heard. You know what I'm saying?
King of the jungle.
That's it, man. But one thing I think is one of my favorite stories of us, and that's how you know, man. Me and Dane, we're very educated people and very smart. We got better, we got mature. But I'm gonna share you guys a little top secret that happened to us back in the day. So me and my boy, we kind of got bored walking around the block. And we were young, like maybe 14 or 15. And we're like, hey, bro, you want to break into a school for a little bit? But we didn't break in. We just opened the window. So we go into the school and we go all the way to the top. And we're like, hey, bro, we should just, play some card games, you know what I'm saying? Eat some chips. And we just chilling there. And then Dane is like, hey, bro, go be a lookout. I need you to make sure ain't nobody gonna come in, no security guards, because they walk kind of slow. So you gotta make sure ain't nobody come in. And so my ass go like ding, see, like Dane was doing. I was like, yeah. And I'm making sure, man, we came in and out there like never before, man. And it was I gotta say, Dane, my heart was beating, brother. When we did that, my heart was beating, bro.
Of course. Kidding me? I mean, St. James, that's a great school, man. It's unrealistic, ideally, to what the real world is, but it was a great school. It was diverse. We had a lot of different people from a lot of different backgrounds that went there. And that's just being young, man. The kids today, they don't go outside and try to get into shit. You know what I mean? They have the phone, everybody. Right. Everybody big social media, so we get out there and just get into shit, throwing balls, throwing rocks. Yeah. So, us going into that school there, that court, I'm a big sports fan. I'm a sports fanatic. I'm a fan. But the word fan stems from the word fanatic, which I love sports. So, I'm just a fanatic about sports. And with that gym, we just built that gym like a couple years ago, and we had to try it out, and that's what we did, man. We got up there and start balling out middle of the night. Fucking 11, 12 p.m. We're out there, doing our thing, man.
Right. No, it's true, man. It's true.
Speaking of basketball, not even and even to pull another story out, I mean, I was running a team at this park called Avondale, which was, like Belmont and Kimball, right over there. And we needed another body. So, once again, me and David were cool, but this is kind of where we kind of started drifting, like later in high school. And we were like, man, he called David. Yo, man, check it out. I need a body for basketball. Can you come play? He's like, yeah, I'll come. This dude doesn't play any ball at all, right? Nothing. But that's why we love him. That's why we love him, right? Because it's immediately like, yeah, I'm there, no problem, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So we get there, and David's horrific. I mean, like, this guy's shooting over the backboard. I mean, all that. I mean, it was – but what I loved is that he was a great defensive player. He was quick on his feet. He was not scared to throw out all 5 fouls. He's throwing bows. He's doing all that. But I'll never forget, we had one game where this kid just did this nasty crossover. It was basic. Nothing crazy. It wasn't even no and one, none of that. It was just straight left, right, and this kid like fell off the screen. Oh, it was crazy. It was crazy. I thought that was I'll never forget that. It was my first season. Making the team.
Oh yeah. Thank you, bro. That was actually a fun time, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I felt like how you say, I felt like Kobe at that moment,
Oh God, he's not Kobe.
I felt the light was, shining on me like a superstar. But you know what, dude? I just remember something that we could have made millions when we were young. You remember this? I'm gonna shock you right now. So one day, me and Dave, by the way, everybody don't know, Dane was the funniest in our school. That's hands down. That's the hands down. Okay, I always try to be
That's
funnier than him. Yeah, I always try to be funny. That was my goal, is to beat Dane. And so,
that's the goal. You can't try. You can't try to be funny. You just got
yeah,
to be funny.
yeah, that's
That's
it.
just what it is. You know what I mean?
Right?
What it is. What it
Yeah.
is.
So one time, me and Dane, we had the same class, right? And you're not gonna believe what teacher. So I guess me and Dane, we got a little too loud by being goofy. And this is right, maybe 10 minutes before the bell about to ring. And this teacher, Mr. Beaverdorf, literally wrote a big word in our arms. You remember? And basically, he told us here in our arm, it says, "Be quiet." It's something like that, like something rude. I forgot. So he actually got a Sharpie or a black marker and wrote it all over our arm at the same time. When I got home, I forgot to tell you this, Dane. I got home and my mom was tripping. They're like, who the heck put that marker on your hand? Well, I'm like, I'm an innocent kid at the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know my court. I don't know no witness. I'm trying to, support myself. So she's like, oh my gosh, that's horrible. A teacher should never do that. That's so wrong. Because pretty much we were embarrassed. Like, he pretty much embarrassed us in front of the class. So Ain actually talked, and I guess I don't know what happened during the politics, but they actually let him go. I don't know if you remember that.
No.
But dude, if we would have went to court, dude, we would have made millions, bro.
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
just,
times are different. Times are different then, man.
that's true.
Everyone was looking for the littlest opportunity to stretch a big dollar.
Right,
That was
right.
never. That was never. People are running into the street putting glass on their chests. Oh my god! It's different. It's different, man. It's different.
Right.
So, but yeah, man, with the podcast and social media, this is what it is. Everybody wants to promote. Everybody wants to move forward, and I think that this is a great platform to do it.
Thank you, brother. And real quick, man, I want our fans to know a little bit about the beer pong Chicago. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? When it started, tell us a little bit how you got into it. And like if you could explain more about it to our fans.
Yeah, well, we work for a company called the World Series of Beer Pong. Here's my shirt here as well. This is one of our shirts that we've done. This is a big regional tournament we did in Chicago, where it's called the best of championships. Originally, it was called the best of the Midwest because we have one in the South, we have one in the West, we have one in the East. So we have a lot of people that get together to play these events. So it originally started, by a guy named Billy Gaines. He was the CEO and founder of the entire World Series of Beer Pong tournament. It's the biggest beer pong tournament in the country. Which, of course, I mean, averaging at its peak, about 500 teams would enter. He started playing back in like 2001, 2002, and finally the World Series of Beer Pong. They made the tournament, got the sponsorships around 2005, 2006. So that was the first time that they had the World Series of Beer Pong. And honestly, if it wasn't for my boy Connor Olds, who uh, just did another podcast at another place as well. He's doing really well with the company as well. And he's the reason we found it. He went to Vegas. Speaking of you in Vegas, saw a flyer, was just there for, I think it was like a birthday or like a celebration of his family. Saw a flyer about the World Series of Beer Pong. Thought it'd be interesting. We've always played pong. I've been playing beer pong since I was, 13, 14. I never thought to take it serious, right? To where we would put it into a professional setting and put tons and tons of money on the line, put a lot of different rewards on the line. And so once again, he found that, came back to Chicago and said, hey, I would like to start tournaments and figure out what we could do to get our feet into this, right? Get our tentacles all into it. And I was here to help him. Once again, I had the laptop and I was kind of like the technical guy in the background when we started to try to get this thing going and get it upright. So what happens is you can find tournaments on different levels. You can find tournaments regional, local, statewide, countrywide, and even worldwide. We got the same type of tournament and format in Europe, same type of format in Spain, type of format in the Middle East. I mean, like there's everywhere. Everywhere you go, you will be able to find people playing beer pong all over the world. I mean, it's just one of those sports that globally people love, and it doesn't matter how athletic you are, how old you are. You're putting the ball into a cup, baby. I'm sipping out of a cup now, but if you can get that ball into that cup, it's butter. That's all it is.
Yeah. Damn, brother. Oh, that's deep, man. That's deep. And real quick, do you have any like funny stories? I heard about, I don't know if I'm mistaken, but I heard about a choke tournament. What you know say? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it was,
Before we dive into that, all I want to say is,
okay.
Once again, I really appreciate Connor Holtz, for what he does, because without him, I wouldn't know anything about this. He found out that on his own, and he brought me into it. And me and him, about 2018, is when we first started doing our own weekly. We do a weekly tournament. We go to different bars around Chicago, and we host this different event for beer pong, which is basically based off my shirt, which is the World Series of Beer Pong. It's a WSOBP. That's what it stands for. And what we do is we host every week. We have a league. You get points for how far you make it. And if you keep coming each week, you gain points where we have a playoff. And at the playoff, the winners of the top teams will have a playoff, and the winner will win a bid. You will win a bid to the World Series of Beer Pong, which is basically, it's like a $500 entry. It's like $250 per person, so it's like $500 a team to enter into this tournament. And what happens is, once you get that bid, that solidifies your entry to the main event. You still got to pay the room and all that, but once again, it's just something that we do, and we love it, man. We meet a lot of people. We rub different elbows. We meet a lot of different managers at bars. You meet a lot of different people within it, and I think that this sport has the ability to grow and take off, especially during the social media era, because when it started was in the mid 2000s, and at that time, now everybody has a camera on their phone. Everybody has basically a laptop. Your phone is a laptop. It's a walking laptop. So it's just different. So we just really want to do all that and really try to grow it as much as we can. And so for those who want to go out, like I said, you can reach us at Connor Holt, or reach me at BPong Chicago on Instagram or Facebook. Same thing, all one word, no spaces, BPong Chicago. Please just follow in, check us out, tune in, like some stuff. And like I said, we always are open to new people to come out.
I love it, brother. I love it. So, back to my the choking tournament. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear that story. I want to hear it.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so long story short, you were asking me what's a funny story we have during our events that we have, or anything that really stands out to me.
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking? Or?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
There's so many different stories between arguments and one that stands out to me. So me and Connor, we were hosting a beer pong tournament in Wicker Park. I live in Wicker Park, West Town area. This bar called Emporium. One of our good friends was the manager, so they figured, why not? Let's get him in there. We'll pick a date, run the tournament. We'll section off a side of the bar for us, and we'll log in. My laptop will connect to the TVs, and we have this huge projector. So when people play a game and figure out win or lose when the next time they play, instead of everybody running up to the bar, you can see the bracket on the TV. You can see it. It'll scroll, so you'll know, like, oh man, we're about to get up next, and so on and so forth. So one of our best tournaments we've ever thrown. We had about 25 teams. I mean, we had to cut it after 25.
Dang.
We still had more people. Like, money in hand, like, please, I'll play, please. So once again, it was a great tournament. It was an arcade bar. So once again, there's just arcade games all over the place for you to do in between having a drink or playing beer pong. So me and Connor ran together, and when I say running a tournament at the same time playing it is very difficult. I think people don't understand how difficult that is, but if you can get away with it, it's phenomenal. And so we were running, so we ran together, and it was a great tournament. And so somewhere along the lines, me and Connor were getting into it. We're bumping heads, we're rubbing heads, and different words were said. And so at some point, we call it the chokeout tournament. I hate that that's the name on it, but that's the truth. So we're arguing. I can't remember exactly what we're arguing about, but it was something. And we're like here. We're face to face, like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So next thing you know, long story short, we get in each other's face. This guy just chokes me out, just grabs my neck. Literally. I'm literally like literally getting choked out. I move his hand. I'm like, who do you think you are? And like, so it was a whole scene. People are getting in between us. His girls pushing, his sisters pushing. Like, everyone's like, oh, whoa. Like, this is a tourney run. We're running the tournament.
Right.
So funny. And, obviously, when you have a strong bond, like when you're linked with someone, you're be good friends with someone for a very long time. Little things like that's not going to break the chain, right? You guys are going to stay
Right. That's true.
because that's what it is. You go through thick and thin with this person because you understand who they are. You know their likes and dislikes. You know what pisses them off. But at the end of the day, you're boys.
Yeah.
So we got split up. We're laughing. We're like, I can't believe I just choked you out. So we get back in the game. We're pissed. We're mad at each other. We took all that and channeled that anger into beer pong. And literally, we just go on a nasty run to the finals. Won 5 straight games. Like, I'm just angry as fuck, just knocking cups down. He's knocking cups down. And I'll never forget that, just because that was just an interesting day, an interesting time, an interesting tournament. And it just goes to show you that you're going to go through your trials and tribulations during a tournament. You're going to have times where you're going to bump heads with your partner.
Yeah.
And you have to persevere through that. And you have to understand that you look at the bigger goal as we want to win the money. We want to win the prize. We want to have that recognition. We want our picture on Facebook. We always take the picture at the end of the tournament. So that's just a little food for comfort to say, hey, man, you just got to understand that you're going to go through it sometimes, but you just got to fight through it. And that's what we did. So that's just a story that I remember that I had to deal with during one of our Pong events. And it called the chokeout tournament. I got choked out briefly, but once again, we still made it to the finals. So.
Right. I feel you, man. Lou, I had this. That's crazy, man. You funny, man. But I thought of a story real quick to the side. So one time I had to run an event. It was a big event. It was like a poetry slam, right? And I had actually about 400 people that were going to show up at the auditorium because it was at the university. And everybody got their tickets. Everything's ready. Now, I had somebody who's going to perform that he was going to rap, right? And he was a big star. So I was so happy. Everything's going smooth. I had the people that were doing the opening act, like, practice a lot throughout the week. And so everything was going smooth. The coordinators is, following up with me. How's everything? I'm like, yeah, everything's going smooth. I got the people. It's going to be big, right? I had to go pick him up at the airport, okay? Like the night before. And check this out. I go to the airport and watch this. Maybe 30 minutes before I'm about to drive, I get a text. Hey, can't make it. I'm like, what? Yeah, I can't make it. What? So I'm getting pissed, bro. I'm mad. I'm like, man, what am I going to do? The coordinator is going to think I'm lying this whole time about this guy that I'm about to get in. And I'm like, man, what am I going to do? This sucks. So I had to think quick, right? I had to think of another plan, right? So I'm like, you know what? I might have an idea. So before I message her the bad news, I gotta come up with a suggestion. So I look smart, right? So I came up with an idea. I said, look, I was like, dear, whatever. I was like, um, by the way, I just want to let you know, I did not find. I mean, the guy canceled our superstar, but I having a suggestion. We can actually do a lip singing battle. Me as the host competes with somebody as an audience. We pick a song and we let the audience choose who won as our main thing before we get on all these people performing. And she's like, okay, I mean, you think it's gonna work? I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try it. So it's funny because the song they picked for me was hello, it's me. With Odell, you say they gave me the worst song.
Hello.
It's me. You know what I'm saying? And then the other girl, she had the best song. She had what was it? New York. Dun, 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 dun. And it was a cute girl. Yeah,
Made up. There's that cut. What?
yeah, that's a good song. So the girl that actually beat me that I picked as an audience, she was so pretty. She was like beautiful white girl. And of course, when I told the audience who you think won, they picked the white girl, of course. You know what I'm saying? When they looked at me, they looked at me and they're like, oh hell no. You know what I'm saying? But the good thing, like the crowd cheered, and that's how I was able to like overcome a situation like that. You have to think fast when you're running an event. You have to really think fast. You probably have a time that you could remember, right? That you had to think of something. Like if something didn't go your way, can you think of a time that happened to you?
Mm, mm. Yeah. I mean, for example, we were running we're going to stay on beer pong because that's what we're here for, baby.
Yeah.
But, we had a tournament that we were running, and I just got off work. And like I said, I had a laptop with all the software. And the beauty thing about our tournaments is my laptop connects into the mainframe of whatever bar we're at. So the bracket of the tournament pops up on all the TVs. So you can see that. So you don't have anybody coming up to me and telling me, when did we start? When did we start? When did we start? Right? I get there. We don't have, Mother's was the bar we were at. We were just right off State Division. Really good bar. They had a downstairs. It was huge. And I get there. They don't have the cord I need to connect. And the last thing I want is to have every other person coming up to me constantly. I'm like literally on the chair, like, okay. And so once again, they didn't have the cord. But once again, you persevere. You understand that there's certain situations that you can wither through. And I'm running over. I'm going to CVS, Best Buy. I mean, the tournament's in like 30 minutes, and I'm over here like hunting. And once again, you just can't expect things to always go your way. You have to almost expect the unexpected. So I've learned my lesson from that. I always keep an extra spare cord on me wherever I go, especially if it's tournament day. If I can't go home, then I'll always have my cord on me to get there. So definitely something that I could just say a story that didn't go my way that turned out good. And then the tournament ended up being a success. We had about 20 teams. We ran 2 tournaments, double bracket elimination. And it was well. It went well. It was in August, like about 2 years ago. About 3 years ago. It's great.
Dang. And I remember you said there was a guy that happened to be there, right?
Kenny Jennings. Kenny Jennings was a big fan, big friend of mine. He does a lot for beer pong, for the community, because there's a community of beer pong. We have a Facebook page for people all around the globe. We talk about tournaments coming up and different things. And Kenny, based in Vegas, was originally from Chicago. We love him, man. If I could choose anybody to be the face of Pong, it'd be him because he's that guy. And when I met him, that's how I met him. Because he was like, oh, yeah, I run it, do all this and that. And I was like, hold on, this is my show, plan. This is my show. Hold on. Let me show you. Wait, hold up. So he actually basically put the foot on the pedal and said, "Hey, we need this chord." And then something finally flew into the, came about to fruition, and we ended up getting that chord. But to his help and to his knowledge, he helped me out with that. So that was big. Him and B Marks. B Marks was a big guy that helped us out. So that was a tough day. That was a tough day, but we got it done. Good turn. It was a good tournament.
Wow, that's amazing, man. And like honestly, man, Dane, it's crazy how like we kind of lost in touch like in college. Like I'm gonna be honest, I haven't talked to you for a minute, bro. And like what's gonna tell you, man?
Well,
Like,
hold on now. Hold on. I don't want to cut the hose, but we just kicked it 3 years ago. Well, you know what I mean. I get what you're saying. I'm just saying.
yeah,
The last time I saw you was what, 2018
yeah.
summer. It
It
was
was
like
at
it was in
Slippery.
Wicker Park. It was in like some little Wicker Park little joint, and you walked in all like, if you're in that, and then I was like, all right, and then we hooked up and said, what's up? I got the footage, so I'm not lying. I can pull
Yeah.
that up.
Nah, I
Let
believe
me
you.
pull up the phone if I need to.
Oh
Yeah,
man. Hey,
but yeah, no, I'm sorry. I mean, I know what you mean. You were going through some stuff at the
yeah,
time.
but I miss you, brother. Honestly, like the crazy thing is, that night we were at Slippery Slope. I think that's where we was at.
Yeah.
Right? That's where we at, man. Dude, it's crazy,
Oh my
man.
God. You're only slipping one way, baby. You're only slipping one way in
That's
there.
it, man. It's crazy, man. Like, dude, I wonder because I don't like. Dane, did you go to college outside of Chicago? Like, did you stay in the dorm or?
Washington State. I went to Eastern Illinois University. I was there when Jimmy G was there. Jimmy Garoppolo. Shout out to Jimmy G, 49er. He was there. And the first 2 years, he didn't really start. But like my junior, senior year, he started. And honestly, I'm not even trying to go into too much about it, but it was crazy, like how well he got. He's breaking all our records, throwing for 5,000 yards a season. We got
Damn.
ESPN2 at our school now. Like, it was crazy. And then he gets drafted by Belichick. I was like, damn, like, I didn't think the Patriots, he's supposed to be the success to Tom Brady. Is that what really Belichick sees in this kid? So we were all blown away by how high he got drafted. But, man, he's a kid, man. He's a professional. He's stout. He's a good person. He's down to earth. He comes back to Eastern Illinois whenever he can because he knows we got Romo, Sean Payton, a lot of other guys down there. And, EIU it's a good school. I loved it. I can't even say I liked it. I loved it. I
Damn,
loved
bro.
it.
That's what's up, bro. Yeah, I wish I went to like a college outside of Chicago, like
Yeah.
and stay in the dorms just to have like that dorm feel. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you can still stay in a dorm in Chicago, David. But,
No, but
but I get
you
what
know
you're
what I
saying.
mean. You know what I'm saying? Like that would have been dope, man. And dude, have you talked to Alex lately? Like, have you guys been close ever since? Like,
No,
or you guys?
Smoothie. Yeah, we me and Smooth, we talk. We lately we've been in a real rough patch, because he wakes up every day looking to troll me. But other than that, yeah, we're very close. He's gone on, he's starting a family and he has a kid, all that. So, he's just kind of at that part of his life. He's graduating school, he's working. So, and that's what I've learned too is like, like a lot of people our age, we've all started to just disperse, man. Like, you're either you're in a relationship and you're trying to get somewhere, or you're by yourself, or you're trying to get that gold job. I mean, but if it involves relocating, I mean, half my squad is shy, is moved.
Yeah,
We got guys going to Utah, Raleigh, Houston, shit, Cali. I mean, New
yeah.
York. I got family members going to New York. My mom's going back to Belize because we have a house out there. We have roots that are out there that
Yeah.
she's going to live in. Actually, she started a new business as a travel agent. So
Oh
when you go
wow.
to Belize, you go down there, hit me up, hit my mom up, or
Yeah.
I can put you in the right direction. We'll definitely show you how to do Belize the right way,
That's
for
what's
sure.
up, bro. That's what's up. You know, it's crazy. my neighbors and because you know my mom still live in the same house, the house that you used to come over to. My mom still live in the same house, bro. And dude, tell me,
Don't to her, man. She's
yeah,
not doing. She's not moving either.
right. But like my neighbors, bro, you're not gonna believe they were all from Belize.
Yeah,
My whole neighbors,
your
and
neighbors.
yeah, dude, there was like a whole family, bro. And tell me
Yeah.
why. This is interesting to share with you, bro. So Guatemala, which is where my mom's from, there was a time when Belize was actually part of Guatemala back in the days, and then
Well,
Belize,
Honduras. It was connected to Honduras.
yeah. But if
And,
you,
well, I
if
mean, yeah. It's all Central America is like one big
yeah,
glob. I
yeah,
mean, put all of Central America inside like Illinois, like,
yeah. Because Guatemala, so Guatemala's here, and there's a little piece of Belize right here. But in the old days, like in the 30s, not 30s, like way back in the days, I forgot what year.
yeah,
Uh,
probably around there. Probably around there.
yeah, probably there. Belize was actually part of Guatemala, brother.
Well, yeah, I said Honduras and Guatemala. It was called the British of Honduras for the longest before Belize got its independence. They got their independence in '88, which is
88.
actually I shouldn't say fairly. It's very recent.
Yeah,
And so, but once again, that whole area, they're all sisters and brothers. I mean,
yeah,
they are intertwined with each other between Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras,
yeah.
Belize, Panama. I mean, all of them are,
Yeah, that's why I always say, brother. To be honest, like, so the neighbors I had, brother, they were explaining to me how Belize, there's three languages that's big there. It's English, Creole, and Spanish.
yeah.
Those are the three. So, brother, honestly, at the end of the day, you might have brother, brother, you might have brother. You know what I'm saying? No, for real, man. I remember one time, man, I had a fight with my professor. He's an old dude looking like Captain Crunch. And he was, you know what I'm saying? He
That's
hated me, bro. This guy was Argentina, so man, he always had to say something about me. And
right.
so
Guatemala is right there.
I told you, brother, it's right there, brother. That's what I'm saying. You know the guy. I'm in love with the Coco. He's from Belize, brother.
Yeah, I know.
So
Yeah, he's from Belize. He is. I love marketing. I love marketing. That going up on a Tuesday.
hey,
World in the club, he choosing. Trouble going up. That guy, he's from
yeah.
Belize.
Oh, for
Marketing.
real?
They got it as a hook. Yep.
Damn,
Yep.
yeah, I didn't know that, brother. But I was gonna tell you, my professor, man, he was just like talking smack, and he's like, "Look, we're gonna study about Latin America, and we are not gonna consider Belize as part of Latin America, okay?"
Really?
And that's what he literally said. He said it's not part of Latin America. I said, brother, can you get the map? Because if you look at the map, it's right next to Guatemala and Honduras. I don't understand why you ain't gonna say it's part of Latin America. They're Latinos like us. We're family, brother. At the end of the day, we family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, really. Look at that. For my fans to see that. Look at that. Guatemala, Belize. Look at that.
Right
Yeah,
there.
right
Right
there in Central America. Come on. Thank you, bro. Thank you. So if my professor's watching this right now, please be aware that you don't need a degree to understand the map. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because we bump heads. Like he literally on the test, when we had to learn the geography, he took out Belize. Believe it or not. That's crazy.
Hey man, that's his loss. He gonna be on that. He gonna be on that world history map. He gonna be messing up. He gonna be getting a B. You're like, why should I get an A? Because he got rid of Belize. That's why.
Yeah.
But
It wasn't me. She wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying?
he wasn't ready.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's funny, bro. That's funny, man. I'm really glad we got to chop it up a bit, man. And man,
this isn't it. There's gonna be another episode, man. This isn't it.
yeah,
This
for
isn't
sure,
it.
brother, for sure, man. Well, let me wrap it up, brother. Before we wrap it up, you have any last advice you want to give to young people that want to start their own event like that?
Yeah. All I would say is, practice, man. It just depends on what side of it you're on. If you're on the business aspect of it and you really want to try, all you gotta do is be confident. Go out there, talk to these bar managers, especially with COVID now, and like a lot of bars are shut down, so they're looking for people to bring in revenue, to find a way to get butts in their seats, to buy drinks, buy food. So just be confident. Be confident what you're selling. You know that it's gonna sell. People love beer pong. You'll be shocked the people that we get to come out, or we'll post up, pull our table out, and people would just be like, "Oh, beer pong," just flock to it. And they're like, "Oh my god, how do I play? What do I gotta do? What do I gotta do? What do I gotta sign up? Like what?" So it's just a matter of being confident. As far as the guys that want to get into the game, because we play a little different, with the rules that we play, and uh, the biggest difference of house rules is there's no elbow with our games. You can lean as much as you want past the table. And the thing about that is it's very hard to adjust at first because you're so used to elbow, making sure your stuff's behind the
Yeah.
table when you release and all that good stuff. So with here, it's very more free. There's no balls back. There's one ball back. There's no fire. There's no just re-racks, any re-rack you want. There's just the same re-racks for everybody. So once again, it's tournament. It's tournament. We blaze it like that to make those go smoothly. Because I'm gonna tell you, the most disputed rule in beer pong is the elbow rule.
Yeah.
That's probably by far anybody. How are you gonna say from another 8-foot table that this guy crossed the plane with an invisible line over the table?
Yeah.
So once again, these are things that we do, and I just tell the young guys is to shoot, keep shooting, get out there, play.
Right.
Just like basketball, get out there and play. I mean, I always have told people experience is the best teacher. And sometimes people can tell you all they want. They can tell you all these different things, but in order to learn it and absorb it, I'm a visual learner. But I didn't explore it. You got to get out there and you have to physically experience it for you to really absorb what it is you're trying to do or get from it. That's just how I've always looked at
Yeah.
stuff.
For sure, man. Well, let me wrap it up real quick. This is the outlet to reality. The whole this
Wrap
podcast
it up.
in
Wrap it
Chicago.
up.
Thank you, brother. And don't forget, guys, to share, like, comment, and subscribe. Cha-ching!
Like it.
Right. Don't forget. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And y'all know where to find me. I'm on Instagram, the outlet to reality, TikTok, Yaakov28. And last thing, I'm also on Spotify, Apple Music. So please be tuned every Tuesday.
You
And
on everything, brother.
on everything, bro. I'm playing games,
Damn.
man. I'm playing games.
You on the whole nine yard
Yeah.
Apple Music?
Yeah.
Apple's paying the bills now?
There you go, man.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? They said,
Damn.
Oh man. And brother, where can they find you, brother? Again.
Yeah, you can always find me. Social media is always like most people at Instagram or Facebook. BPong, B as in boy, Pong, Chicago. No spaces, no capitals or anything like that. Just BPong Chicago. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook. Also, if you want to get in touch with me, you can get to me at Dane Innis, Dane. Last name's Innis. Just Dane Innis for Instagram and Facebook. Also, my TikTok. I hope this gets on TikTok. There's going to be a link in the description below for all you guys to like and to click and to go to. But I think it's D_Innis812, my TikTok as well. So I'm definitely going to be posting, reposting. So please repost this. Let people know about beer pong. We got the shirt. I keep trying to tell you guys, for those who can't see it, that's our logo. Like the NBA logo, but it's a guy ponging. And once again, we got a lot of guys that shoot around the world. We have a community page. And sometimes right now we've been shooting a lot of virtual because, a lot of bars aren't open to have tournaments. But now that everything is opening back up, we are getting it going, man. So please reach out to us. Get your team, get your shot, get that elbow grease going, put on your headband, whatever you need to do just to get going and come out, because we really appreciate guys that come out and support and join and get in the tournament. So, and I'll be in Vegas too, David, soon. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I'll be there soon.
Yeah, come see me, brother. Come see me. All right, guys. Peace.